This probably is not a story time, though I feel like playing a story. It feels a little more Professor Dilley-ish.
Out your pencils and gather your notes. It's time to take down some motherfucking good quotes. Classes in session, bitches. There'll be a test later. Erase and forget most of what you've been taught. The professor is here and his assistant's hot. Suck my dick and lick my balls. Professor Dilley is in the house, motherfucker.
It's true. All right. So here you go. Professor Dilley. We're going glasses hat combo right now for this particular subject. Okay, so I've been around a long time on the internet, and I don't know what it is about my language or my messaging or my branding, but for some reason, we have a tendency of attracting important people, and people like yourselves, people that end up in certain discussions all the time. Okay? And I don't know exactly why. It's been this way since I got really public when I wrote my book. You know, like I started getting like DMs from CEOs of corporations that I shopped at regularly, and they were like, can you give me some advice? And I was like, okay. And then they were like, by the way, I love your words on this. And I'm like, you do? They're like, yes, I love your account. I'm like, oh, wow. And then celebrities, a lot of celebrities, a lot of big namers. Hey, I've got a love problem. Can you help me? Can you give me a call right now, please? I have to get ready for a show tonight that you're probably going to watch. And I'm like, yes, I am. Lots. But then outside of Hollywood, it also became a thing where when I got involved with politics, the same thing happened. People who worked within our federal government started messaging me. Hey, Brendan, I thought you'd be interested to know this. Email, screenshot of an email, dial-in number of a fucking phone. Like, all of a sudden, people like to share things with me. They always have. They're like, hey, because they know that I know what to do with it. And this is why it's important for the detractors and the haters out there to understand something. Our people are everywhere. And they're loyal to President Trump, and many times I have earned a fair amount of loyalty based on my consistency. So occasionally what happens is somebody says something to the wrong person, and then that person brings it to my attention, and they bring screenshot receipts. And that's what happened yesterday. So, a Dilley 300 member who had previously went back and forth with Benny Johnson's wife on Instagram had put something up about the topic a couple of days ago. Now, it's not this top part that matters, okay? This is from previous conversations involving other things, okay? But what needs to be discussed is this. This is what was taken issue with by Benny Johnson's wife. She had posted, tells you all you need to know about DeSantis. This is a screen share of Meme TV's post regarding George Soros' commentary. George Soros' commentary on Ron DeSantis. So Benny's wife took exception with this and decided to contact this Dilley 300 member with the following statement. Girl, no. He did not endorse him. Just because he can read the very clear momentum away from Trump doesn't mean he endorsed anyone. Soros and the rest of these globalists want Trump because they think he's the most beatable candidate. Now, a couple of things. First, this is the talking point that has been dispersed among Ron DeSantis' campaign to deflect from George Soros endorsing Ron. They have somehow managed to pretend that there is a 4D chess move here by Soros to try and make people turn on DeSantis because Soros secretly wants Trump, which is quite literally the most fucking retarded strategy known to mankind. So there's only two options. Either Benny's wife is getting marching orders from another retarded woman known as Christina Pashaw, and she's towing the DeSantis party line, or she actually believes this, thus rendering her fucking retarded. It's one of the two. So she's either listening to a retard and repeating it, or she herself is retarded. And as I mentioned, I've had every fucking idiot crawl out from under every fucking rock to defend this statement, except for her husband, who has not said shit, because he's hoping it'll just go away. But the bottom line is, on one hand, her husband openly is promoting Donald Trump stuff, which is a benefit to the campaign and a good thing for all of us, while privately his wife is attacking, like, her suggesting there's a very clear momentum away from Trump is actually easily disproven. Like, this is a campaign argument. This is not a legitimate argument. All of the polling has Donald Trump crushing all of the Republican candidates by wide margins. As a matter of fact, DeSantis's potential running is actually getting worse before he's even declared. His polling is going down. So one other thing I've noticed about Ron DeSantis and his campaign, his quiet astroturfing campaign, they're really big fans of trying to use women to do the messaging. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this, but Ron DeSantis gets his marching orders from his wife and or Christina Pashaw because he's not his own man. And then I have to see Benny Johnson's wife essentially astroturfing the same fucking campaign arguments that Team DeSantis is using in her DMs to a Dilley 300 member because she can't say it publicly because it would affect her husband's financial bottom line. Now, people are angry at me for how I showed this, but I feel like, do you guys need someone to break down what this means? Like, do you guys even give a fuck? You don't need this interpreted, don't you? Do you? Like, if I didn't say shit and I just put this up, you'd be able to figure out fairly easily what this means. Am I right? Do you guys need help understanding this? Or you can read this yourselves, right? Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. And yet people think they need to slide in my mentions and explain it to me. It's like, I don't need help with this. It's very clear-cut what she's saying. So this was a big shitstorm. I did tag Benny. I'm waiting for an answer. He could DM it to me. He could send it through somebody else. He could deny it, be like, oh, that's not what my wife meant. None of the above will happen. Cowards do that. Cowards do that. They just cut and run. And that's okay. That's fine. We'll have plenty of other opportunities. I have no doubt. Professor Dilley has concluded. All right.